All right, everyone, continuing on with our RV essentials, and again, PCAT newbies here. We did a lot of research, and one of the main headaches for new RV owners is trying to get everything level. Now that we are officially leveled, we are going to take it to the next step, and we're going to use this, which is called a LevelMatePRO. Let's see if I can get, there we go. So LevelMatePRO. We'll have a link in the description below. And if you do take the link, it is an Amazon affiliate link, so we do get a little residual. So if you like it and are looking for something to help make your life easier to level it, this is the one. So I've downloaded the app already, and we've got our Level Pro here. When you're putting it in, you've got to put it with these red arrows up, and it has to be on a vertical surface. We cannot mount it horizontally. So I've got the app, and the app is telling me what to do. So the first thing I have to do is I have to temporarily mount it using the removable glue strip. So I'm guessing that's what these are right here. Right over that hole. Basically, it's just a little clear piece of cellophane that has some glue on it. And then when you pull this back, the glue patch, see if it, there we go. The glue patch stays on there to give you a little thing. So all right, so this is going to be leveling here temporarily because I'm anal about this. I want this to be level already. All right, so it's temporarily mounted now. The next step is to go into our tow vehicle and be a few feet in front of this to make sure that we get a good signal strength. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's head over and let's make sure that we get a good signal strength. All right, we're at our car. Technically, I'm not sitting in it because I left the keys inside, but we're all good to go. And we definitely have good signal strength. All right, so now we're going to head back in and start the actual mounting process, which ought to be fun. And then we calibrate it since we're already level here, which is an important thing to remember. So if you're going to do this, you want to make sure your rig is already leveled, because you have to calibrate it, and it's going to base its level system based on however level your rig is at the time you do the calibration. Now it sounds like you can recalibrate, so if it's not perfect and you're feeling a little wonky with it, you can fine tune it again, but we tried to do a really good job of getting things leveled for the first time. So let's go finish the install. All right, so the next thing is the setup wizard, and you can calibrate how the system operates. So you can do it in inches or centimeters, us being the weird Americans we are. You know, we're the only ones who like to go with inches versus centimeters, Fahrenheit versus Celsius, and then we drive on the right side of the road versus the left side. So that was the next step. Now there is some measuring that we have to do of the rig itself for it to be calculated appropriately. So we're going to have to measure from the outside to the outside of the tires. And then we have to measure from the center of the tire to the center of your rearmost wheel, or I should say the center of the front jack where your foot is to the center of your rearmost wheel. So that's the next thing we're going to do. I'll keep you from having to suffer through seeing me just hold a measuring tape. So we're going to do that really quick, and then we're going to come back and finish the install on the wall. All right, so we have everything measured up. The next part of the app is orientation. So the label is going to be facing the passenger side. You know, so you have driver side, passenger side, front or back, depending on where you're mounting it. So we're going to mount it right here. So we're facing the passenger side. It tells you like how many hours do you want it to run until it goes to bed. It saves battery because it does take a watch battery, or you can hardwire it. So I'm going to say 1 hour just because that's the default. Wake on motion, reverse front view, I guess those are all correct. And then measurement displayed resolution, we're going to do it in quarters of an inch is what we'll do, and we'll see how that works. So I guess you just configure it based on how you want it to be. All right, let's see here. Looks like if you do have slides, which we do not, you can set this up to account for the lean you would have for the slide lane. Obviously, lever your RV. Once we've got everything taken care of, we're going to make sure that we aren't, well, once we get this on here, we're going to get out of the RV. So as it calibrates, there's no motion going on inside that's going to mess with the calibration. And now we're just going to mount it on the wall. And then we'll do our calibration. Now what you didn't see, because of course the camera wasn't rolling because it happened while we were out doing the other stuff, was my little plastic Dumaflachis fell off and it came crashing down. So yay. Try to get this level again here, although because we're going to be leveling the rig itself, I don't think you have to be as anal retentive on leveling this in your rig, because it's going to calibrate based on how it's sitting. I just like to try to have everything as level as possible when I first start. All right, so we are officially leveled up there. It's time to do some calibration, but first let's take just a quick peek at it in the mounted position. All right, let's do some calibration. All right, we're gonna go ahead and set the level, and we are good. And then you've got a tutorial for the app, which you can do at your leisure. I'm not going to take you through that, but we will be good to go. And once you're logged in and connected, this is what it looks like. On the top is where you level your left to right. And as you can see, it's in 1/4 inch here, which is what I had set up. Very simple, especially with the Anderson leveling blocks. And then on the bottom, once you are left to right level, then you work your tongue jack and you are looking at your up and down level. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this quick video on the LevelMatePRO. If you're looking to help the channel continue to grow, consider becoming a member. Click that join button to find out more.